Have you ever been made to feel a feeling that rubbed you in such a way you never wanted anyone else to feel that way? On the contrary, have you ever tasted food that was so good you made it your life's mission to get anybody who is willing to try it? That's the basis of LiV's Table, creating community through food, one table at a time. I'm Olivia, owner, founder, and head chef of LiV's Table, a community-based food service organization. LiV is an acronym spelled capital L, lowercase I, capital V, and it stands for lessening the I for the larger vision. What does that mean? It's not about me, it's about we. Growing up, my siblings and I dealt with a lot of social and socioeconomic issues. Being from a single-parent household, food insecurity was one that played a really big role in our lives. Being on free and reduced lunch meant we only had enough food for lunch, and sometimes we didn't even have that. These small problems manifested big feelings inside of me. Not being able to afford food, a necessity, as well as experiencing homelessness, paved the way for me to have two choices in life: follow the footsteps of those before me, or take the road less traveled. I chose the latter, hence the birth of LiV's Table. Growing up with a lot of siblings, I learned how to cook at a young age and found a passion in feeding people. I take food from all of my different cultures and combine them to make dishes that leave you salivating at just looking at the pictures. Organizations like Fair Start paved the way for me to become a corporate dining cook and really hone my skills. The operations that we have are catering, which depending on the event ranges from $15 to $30 per person, meal preps that range from $70 to $185 depending on the plan. I just created a cookbook that's called Fire in 15, and the purpose is to bring the fun back into food, as well as to help those in my community create food that's amazing tasting in about 15 minutes. And the QR code will take you straight there. We have other miscellaneous things like spices and sweaters that we do e-commerce for. The clients that we work with are families and people who need just a little bit more help in their daily food intake, as well as organizations that are community-based. We work with organizations that are run and led by those members of the BIPOC community. You can find us at livstable.com, or you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at LiV's Table. If you scan the QR code, it makes access a little bit easier. CORE is my favorite thing to talk about when it comes to my business. CORE stands for Community Outreach Engagement, and it is why I do what I do. We have a minimum 10% give back promise, which means we take 10% of our proceeds and give it to those who need it most. We have a partnership with Kent Hope, which is a local women's shelter, where we provide hot meals and PPE hygiene kits for them. We also have a free lunch program for the kids in my community. And because of the donation and the support from those around us, we have been able to give over 2,500 hot meals and PPE hygiene kits to the houseless community in Seattle. Our 2-year business plan is to get a kitchen that has equipment for us to do our catering, rent and overhead being covered for at least 6 months, bringing on 2 of our current volunteers as part-time staff, obtaining a work vehicle, restocking our core stockpile, and creating another space for a business to grow alongside of us. Our outlook on this 2-year business plan is to have $30,000 net income the first year, doubling that to $60,000 our second year, and by 2025 we would like to be at $100,000 or more. Our ask tonight is $60,000. With this money, we will get our kitchen space. We will add 2 volunteers as part-time staff so that we can pay them, get our work vehicle, and restock our core stockpile. I would like to thank you for your time and consideration, and as always, live intentionally, do something nice for others, and do something nice for yourself. Have a blessed day. Thank you.
Wow!